Hello and welcome to Super Bowl week, the last week of the NFL season. I started making these ridiculous videos back before week 1 when I had my Viking beers and I wanted to share them in some way, shape, or form with all of you. Now, because it's the Super Bowl and the Vikings aren't in it and the Packers aren't in it and there's no real hometown rooting interest, I decided to bring a little taste of home out in this week's video when I drink an offering from the illustrious New Glarus Brewing Company, a flavor I've never tried. Oofta. It's about as Midwestern as you get. I was going to read a little bit off the label. Hearty and full-bodied, this is a big beer. Brewed in the Reinheitsgebot tradition, our Bock comes by its mahogany hue naturally. You can expect this beer to be complex and smooth, with deep chocolate and coffee undertones complementing the rich bouquet. No matter if you choose to enjoy our Bock before, during, or after dinner, remember to serve at about 48 degrees, because like many good things in life, the warmer the Bock is, the sweeter it gets. Vielen Dank. Now, it's pretty German, but it's Viking enough for me. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah. It's been cold all over the country, but in case you haven't heard, it was really, really cold in Minnesota and Wisconsin, about 30 below this week. This is a delicious beer to sip and warm up. The chocolatiness, the smoothness, very rich. I'm sure it sticks to your ribs and keeps you warm through those cold nights. Another fantastic offering from New Glarus, home of Spotted Cow. I'm glad I tried this. This is excellent. So the season's coming to an end today, and there's so much I could say, but I'm going to hold off on talking about the game just a little bit longer. It was a pretty eventful year in the NFL, and I kind of wanted to do a review, but then I'm like, that would take way too long, and most of you who watch this, like my mom, hi mom, don't really care about football. So I decided to cover a few headlines in a funny way. And since it's February, and we're coming right up on Valentine's Day, I decided to make some NFL-themed Valentine's Day cards. Allow me to read some for you now. Analytics or the eye test? Which method of review is best? I have better things to worry about, so yeah, I'm #blessed. The Chiefs are red. The Chargers are blue. The Raiders have Gruden, and the AFC West belongs to those first two. Indefinitely. The Giants are bad. Their quarterback is in tatters. They've got Saquon Barkley. But do running backs matter? The Packers finally fired Mike McCarthy. After years of stagnation, of the release, I say he was worthy. But if Aaron has the time between all those insurance commercials he's on, why not go ahead and make him a player and coach, just like LeBron? Well, basketball humor there. Life's busy these days. People's schedules are a-buzzin'. We're busy running errands and answering summons. But ease your pace and buy some flowers. Buy them by the dozen. Give that special someone more of your time than the Vikings O-line gave to Kirk Cousins. All right, now I got that ridiculousness out of the way. On to today's game. The Rams and the Patriots in the Super Bowl for football's biggest trophy. I have a weird crowd that watches this. A few people care about football, a few people care about beer, some people just watch it to be nice to me. So I don't want to go too deep and bore the people who don't really care about football, or go over a bunch of tired old, like reused headlines that the people who like football are more than familiar with. So I'll fire off those real quick. The Patriots won their first Super Bowl with Tom Brady against the Rams like a couple decades ago. This is the 9th Super Bowl for Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, their 3rd in a row. Bill Belichick is 66. Sean McVay is 33. He's 33. He's 3 years older than me, and he's coaching in the Super Bowl. What am I doing with my life? The Patriots obviously have been on quite a successful run. The Rams are an up-and-coming team. If you look at the talent levels, really the Rams seem to have more talent, but the Patriots have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and you can't really bet against them no matter what their shirts say. That's most of the reused headlines. For my analysis, I will start by saying I don't really have a horse in this race. I like change. I like innovation and new things. I think the Rams are a fun team to watch. I liked how exciting they were the first half of the year. They really flagged towards the end of the year. And yes, they got in most likely because of a bad call in the championship game. But what was really interesting over the last couple years, when Sean McVay became the head coach and into this year, people were praising him and the management for going out there and signing big name free agents. Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, Ndamukong Suh, all these players that they brought in, Brandon Cooks. They went out and got the best, paid for the best. It's not done a whole lot, especially with a lot of people trying to win through the draft. They took a different approach and went out and tried to bring in the best talent they could, assemble something of a superstar team, and make a Super Bowl run. And now they have. Their high-power offense really trailed towards the end of the year, but their defense is stout enough and their offense is creative enough to get them here. Meanwhile, the Patriots, it's wrong to say people bet against them, but people have been saying Tom Brady is old and just a corpse and a shell of his former self for years. And this year, it really did seem like he finally was done, which I think is why the Patriots' fatigue this year is so much worse than I remember it being in years past. Like, yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous that they're there year after year after year, but this year everybody thought we were going to get a different result, like the high-flying, awesome, fun-to-watch Chiefs, and it's the Patriots again. I'm torn. I'm of two minds in this, because on the one hand, I like to appreciate greatness. I love watching dynasties. I love watching how they're built. I love watching them defy the odds and be productive year after year. Now, I get bored like anybody else of hearing the same things over and over again, of seeing the same teams over and over again, the same players and all. At the same time, I try to appreciate what I'm seeing. In the NFL, a league of extreme parity and balance thanks to the draft and the salary cap, it's so unlikely to see a team do what the Patriots have done. I'm not a Patriots fan, despite what my outfit would suggest today, but my youngest brother is, and I know if the Vikings were in the Super Bowl, he'd be supporting me. So while I'm not really rooting for any one team today, I am supporting the Patriots for him. And because I think it's a very good chance that the Patriots are enjoying their last Super Bowl run for quite some time. I don't know. It would be wrong to assume anything, and anything could happen, and the Patriots have proven that they are capable of coaching around weaknesses and coming up with winning game plans and strategies. I don't know. I'd say appreciate it while it's here, because we might not see anything like this, any reign of terror like the Patriots have had, ever again in our lifetimes. If the Rams win, I'll be excited to see a young and innovative team rewarded with victory. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you who watch football a lot are really tired of hearing about how young Sean McVay is and how innovative and how creative and all that. But some of it's true. Some of it's based on fact. He's doing new things and changing the game. And I think the NFL needs that breath of fresh air, because so many coaches are, some from the same trees. They're retreads from other coaching staffs. They've failed several times and keep getting jobs because they're really good at interviewing, I guess. It's cool to see something new happen, like Sean McVay, and I hope it inspires more owners and GMs to take a chance on new, younger, innovative coaches. You got a young coach here, never been here before, so much to prove. Bill Belichick's done this 9 times and has nothing new. I think he thrives on the pressure. He's got nothing really to prove at this point other than proving that he can win a Super Bowl with an ancient artifact at quarterback. Anyway, regardless of who you're rooting for or not rooting for, I hope you enjoy the game today. It's going to be like 6 months before we see meaningful football again, and you got to cherish it while it lasts. I hope you eat tons of nachos, tons of burgers, tons of pizza, whatever your go-to meals are. Enjoy it with your friends. Have a blast. I don't know if it's really appropriate to say it, but skål för det där. Go Vikings?